In this video, we'll walk through some of the features that you have in the Manage Participants view. So in this instance, I've already started my meeting, and now I'm just waiting for people to join. I have it set so that they have to go into the waiting room first before I'll allow them into the meeting. And this is just a great way to make sure that only your students are joining the meeting. Just an extra layer of security for you. So once I'm in the meeting and I have students that join the meeting, because I have them in a waiting room, it will make a chime and let me know that someone has entered the waiting room and they're waiting to be admitted into my Zoom meeting. So if I look at the name and I go, okay, that is one of my students, I can click admit and let them into the room. Then from here, when I click manage participants, I have some options. So here with student 10, I have the option to unmute them, and then I have a more option. So I can click more and I can ask them to start their video. I can put them back in the waiting room, or I can remove them. So if you have a student that needs to be removed from the room, you can click remove and they can't re-enter. Another feature that you can put into place is after all of your students join, or let's say, 2 minutes or 3 minutes into the meeting, after the scheduled start time, right? Let's say that my on live time is from 8 to 9. If it's 8:02 or 8:03, I've given my kids time to join the meeting, and then I can come down here to more, and I can lock the meeting. That means that no one else can join the meeting. I click yes, and even if they had a password, anything else, they can't get into this meeting, right? So that's another great feature to put into place. Also in the more section, you can, as soon as you start the meeting, go into participants and click more and select this option here, allow participants to unmute themselves, to take that check off so that they can't unmute. Only you can unmute a student. So that's another great feature to have. Um, if you mute participants upon entry is already checked. Allow participants to rename themselves. You can turn that off if you want, if you don't want them to be able to change their name once they're inside the meeting. Um, I would put into place that if a student is going to join your meeting, that they need to put their first and last name in the participant box before they join in order to be allowed into the meeting at all. Once those things are done and your meeting gets started, you can always unmute everybody if you want to. If we want to have just an open discussion with everyone, you have these two buttons here, unmute all and mute all. So hopefully that helps you as you begin using Zoom. I wanted to make sure that you understood all of the options that you had under the Manage Participants area.